Chapter 6. Rivals. Investigating the wreckage of the Golden Sun Country Club at midnight, Dark Sparrow used her ultraviolet torch and video camera pen while observing the main entrance. Searching the laundry room, she found only ash and a wide hole in the floor above. Shining her ultraviolet light around, she noticed a strange red glow against the walls and other spots not damaged by the fire. Searching past the reception desk, she filmed the bent steel stairs. The stairs are broken all the way up, I presume by sheer weight of the cyborg. What if his armor could not travel through that red portal? If only I had a photo of what I am looking for, but I have only various pieces of crappy fan art. Shining her ultraviolet light through the corridor, she followed a trail of red slime leading to the child-minding room. Red slime is dripping from a wide hole in the ceiling of the child-minding room. I can see a full moon is about 1 week away. Perhaps the cyborg opened a red portal as part of an escape plan. So, what is the deal with that ghost and her purple portal? What is the difference between a purple portal and a red portal? Whoever was inside Fitzgerald's apartment may not be the person who attacked here. The fresh sample I took there has less volume compared to what remains here so many hours later. Peering into the torn-out wall inside the child-minding room, Dark Sparrow thought, it's not just red slime but also a mixture of white and blue. What the hell is this? 3 sources of slime? 3 types of magical powers, perhaps. Are there people I have met in everyday life who also have superpowers? A voice called out from behind, "Caught you, Dark Sparrow, returning to the scene of your crime. Why are you trespassing?" Turning around slowly, Dark Sparrow saw Janet Munson filming on her video camera. Holding her police badge toward the camera, she said, "Why are you trespassing, interrupting an official police investigation?" "It's only official because there is a lack of police resources," Janet commented irately. Before Janet could continue speaking, Dark Sparrow pointed. "Behind you." While Janet was distracted, Dark Sparrow moved in closer to see Trinity behind Janet blowing a kiss. Janet collapsed and drifted into a deep sleep. Trinity blew a kiss to Dark Sparrow, but it had 0 effect. Dark Sparrow pulled out her Beretta. "Who are you, and what are you doing here?" Explaining with an over-exaggerated sense of enthusiasm, she replied, "I am Princess Trinity from Amethyst University in the Sarina Gem Fields on planet Albac. I am here for the first time with my friend Jane Turner to help assist with the investigation into what someone from our planet clearly has done." She began sobbing mid-sentence. "So why did you blow me a kiss without offering me a stiff drink?" Gasping, she answered, "Oh, I am so sorry. I thought you were working together. You see, this woman has an unusual way of thinking when I read her mind. Arlo, a barrister, and my stepfather back home warned me that she is only known for bad news. To be safe, I put a sleeping spell on her, ha ha. I knew I could trust you once I saw your pistol. You're obviously serving the proper local authorities. Is this idiot for real? She seems like a typical retarded princess straight out of a fairy tale. Sure, you can trust me as law enforcement on planet Earth. I have some friends for you to meet downtown, if you want ride in the backseat of my car." Jane Turner stood next to Trinity. "We are able to help you, Dark Sparrow. We do not want Mayor Jefferson's bounty. We just want justice and for you to unmask the cyborg." "Bullshit. Jane Turner, you are under arrest to be brought in for questioning by order of Mayor Jefferson. Explain these supernatural phenomena to me or at the police station," Dark Sparrow demanded. Jane grimaced, tilting her head to one side. "What for? I am a city hero, and I am the #1 bounty hunter. So, to me, child, you are still second best, unless you simply accept my help. I am trying to do you a favor kickstarting your career since you're 21 and because fame is overrated to me." 22. "Put your hands in the air, Turner," Dark Sparrow said, pointing her Beretta toward Jane's chest. "Trinity, I suggest you cooperate by kneeling on the floor with both hands behind your head. Jane, you have been requested to come forth for questioning by Mayor Jefferson. End of story. I only talk with my father present. Here is his card. Once Dark Sparrow was distracted by the handing over of the card, Jane clicked her fingers. Then, in a split second, she had quickly grabbed Trinity and started running down the hall. What the hell just happened? No one can move that fast, Dark Sparrow thought. The reports from the internet crazies are right. Magic was witnessed earlier today, and Jane knows more than she is letting on. As for Janet Munson, she can sleep on the floor. I am sure karma says this bitch deserves it. Dark Sparrow read the back of Jane Turner's business card. Meet me at Warehouse 6, South Nankin, and await further instructions. Time, 6 o'clock. Date, June 19th. In the meantime, talk to Mayor Jefferson to seek your truth, girlfriend. The next morning, Dark Sparrow was searching through Nankin City Public Library for anything connected to last night's events. She loaded a trolley full of books related to anything supernatural, including fantasy, science, and Satanism. She also selected fantasy and science fiction books that she had not yet read by Tracy Jenilan under her various pen names. When checking out, she saw Scarlett serving at the register. License and library card, Scarlett requested. Dark Sparrow handed over her cards, ready to borrow 20 books. What is your real name, Missy? You do know that by law you are supposed to fill out an identification form listing any past names you have been known by. Just scan the books, kid, Dark Sparrow asserted while raising her middle finger. Only Scarlett was able to see this rude gesture. Next door is an occult shop. I suggest popping by to talk to Cameron and Trevor. Be warned, both men actually believe in this fantasy. Scarlett laughed sardonically. Collecting the books then leaving without replying, Dark Sparrow dumped all books on the passenger seat of her black Hummer. The back of her vehicle was designed as a paddy wagon with titanium bars screwed into the windows, which were made from acrylic. What is that commotion with protesters outside the Salem Hotel? Mayor Jefferson lives in room 2008. He bought it for a reduced price after the global financial crisis. I see Mayor Jefferson arguing with Roberto, that dirty bartender. Crossing over to see what all the commotion was about, Dark Sparrow held out her police badge. All right, everyone, what is all the commotion about? Everyone stepped back from Mayor Jefferson. Me work and their me work is gone. Mr. Fitzgerald has bought out the entire bar, the restaurant, and most of the rooms. It's not much of a hotel anymore, so no more me work. Jefferson saves our me work for the people. Roberto the bartender cheered. Whoever murdered Fitzgerald has gone on a shopping spree. Maybe I should have reported his death, Dark Sparrow thought. I am too busy to care about unemployment. Leave Mayor Jefferson alone. He has a city to run. All of you, leave this area if your services are no longer required. As for you, go back to Mexico, Dark Sparrow said, firmly holding her hand forward. I am from Greece. I became an American citizen 2 times. The bartender smiled happily. I don't give a rhino's left testicle if you're from a planet where the biggest problem is when you're going to get your next warm fuzzy cuddle from other animals. So, get the hell out of here, Dark Sparrow asserted. After everyone dispersed, lowering their heads, Mayor Jefferson slowly shook Dark Sparrow's hand indecisively. Thank you, Dark Sparrow. As one of the 5 founding families of Nankin City, I face a lot of unexpected pressure when it comes to foreign relations. Besides my problems, is there anything your city can do for you, bounty hunter? I can list thousands of things, but my city owes me nothing, and I owe it nothing. Although I would like to ask, why do you need me to find Jane Turner? When did you decide that I needed to speak with her? What is so special about her besides being a dimwit? Mayor Jefferson snickered, trying not to laugh. The cyborg was witnessed to have magical powers by over 100 eyewitnesses yesterday. Me know about magic, he said, closing his eyes then correcting himself. Sorry, I know about magic, but I do not possess magic, and I wish I didn't believe in it. The Turner and Banks founding families have a dark history of magic, not the usual witchcraft. Those Jennalon bitches were hanged in the 1880s. 2 months ago, the selection of a few people to travel to another planet for their contributions to Nankin City was decided by their queen, who is also a family court judge right here in Nankin City. Dark Sparrow nodded in agreeance while grimacing. Between you and me, Jane Turner is a sorcerer who hunts bounties for those who break magic law. I pretend not to know, because anything supernatural creeps me out. Me had former relations with a cleric who blew my mind and repaired my wounds during bondage. Mayor Jefferson grinned flirtatiously. Dark Sparrow interrupted, too much information, sick, twisted, nympho. Besides the cleric, you should have told me about this sort of thing so I could have researched it sooner. What can you tell me about Jane Turner, the Turner family video games, and her friend Trinity who claims to be a princess? Pointing his finger to a spot next to the library, he said, I have my eye set on those two inside running their occult shop. Seek answers to your questions in there for now, my friend, Mayor Jefferson replied, redirecting Dark Sparrow's attention. Cameron Banks works for the FBI. He handed me a request from you to interview Jane Turner, but not regarding the cyborg case. I'm referring to cases of children and their guardians going missing. All the children were hurt by the oxygen thief Nigel Giovanni. I hesitate to say it out loud, but I am glad that Marcus killed Zonal Giovanni, Dark Sparrow said darkly. Mayor Jefferson pointed. Cameron Banks just left while you were talking. His father, Trevor, runs the shop. Report back to my office at midday every day so I can fill you in on all the information that I know will help with your investigation. This is the first time that we have faced an immigration issue from our magical friends. Mayor Jefferson sighed. Dark Sparrow nodded, then crossed the street. Just as she was about to go inside the occult bookstore, an elderly woman approached with a walking stick. Fortune tellers read your mind, girl. Avoid any man with psionic powers who seeks to exploit your deepest, darkest secrets. They pretend to know you, but they are the same as any man, reading your mind to get into your goodies. Her eyes were almost completely white, and her hair had all nearly fallen off her scalp. Do you want me to help you cross the street, Grandma? Traffic looks busy today, Dark Sparrow offered. Mayor Jefferson called out, Mother, are you ready to go shopping? Yes, dear. Turning to face Dark Sparrow, she said, be careful what you think about. A scion looks for any opportunity to know you better than you know yourself. This store, thankfully, is run by 2 sorcerers, according to my Jefferson. One talks about Rubervale Prison, the other talks about 2 bodies merging with a brilliant mind. Scary, if you ask me. Would you merge bodies with me so I could live a day in your shoes? Dark Sparrow felt shivers down her spine, thinking, why would I want to merge bodies with an old woman? Mayor Jefferson crossed the street. Come on, Mother. We only have a short time to do your shopping before my next meeting. Nice talking to you, Jefferson's mother. Dark Sparrow grinned. Mayor Jefferson walked his mother down the street. Mayor Jefferson is the reason Nankin City is still doing so well. I can't help but think that he said Jane is a sorcerer. And his mother said 2 men inside the occult bookstore are sorcerers. Looking inside the occult bookshop, Dark Sparrow saw a man at the cash register. Once she stepped inside, a bell jingled. Good morning, madam. My name is Trevor Banks of Banks Occult. Am I able to help you with anything, or are you just browsing? Trevor looked to be about 70 years old and had wavy salt and pepper hair. I am just browsing. Who could ever believe in magic, right? Trevor grabbed a book off the shelf. Here is a book called Legendary Beasts of Realms. Inside it has pictures and descriptions of many unusual and rare beasts. This is, so far, the only volume in the set. Dark Sparrow snatched the book, which had a distinct tribal symbol in the center of the front cover. Skimming through it, she saw some unusual-looking creatures, from a 40-foot snake named Arubola's to Hoarfrost, a woman made of ice. Beast 113 was a ghostly woman named Banshee bearing a resemblance to the ghostly woman she'd seen last night. Trevor pointed to a picture of a small devil. Rapscallion devil is one of my favorites. Did you know a boy aged only 3 dressed up as this creature while doing children's hospital visits? It's sad to say that his father is in the loony bin. Trevor snickered, sounding like a hyena. Paying more attention to Trevor's wrist tattoos, Dark Sparrow remarked, "Nice artwork on your wrists. Is it a family symbol?" "Not exactly. Look at the front cover of that book in your hand. It's a fictional religious symbol not to be taken seriously. I was under the impression that you do not believe in any of this stuff." Dark Sparrow shook her head. "Sorry, friend. I just love ink. I will purchase this book and come back for another look soon." "Oh, I am sorry. This is my only copy. Tell you what, return it in 2 weeks' time alongside this book, the Universal Mystics Bible, which deals with everything from divine good to arcane evil and psionic neutral. It is a book well worth a read if your bent is toward universal truth, my new friend. What was your name again?" "Sorry." Replying after a short pause, she said, "Sparrow. Everyone calls me Dark Sparrow. See you again very soon, Dark Sparrow. Enjoy all of your reading." After Dark Sparrow left, Trevor took a deep breath and looked toward the thick hardwood door out back. He was trembling. A 1-foot black claw pierced through as a beast growled. "It is still daytime. We are not ready for you to come out for another week. You will have your war against the legendary 3 and then easily earning the respect of the Primeval that the Genelan ancestors prophesied before they were hanged. That is what we have come all this way for." Outside, Dark Sparrow was thinking of Jane Turner and Maxwell Turner, Maxwell being a lawyer and Jane being a local celebrity bounty hunter. Why had her thoughts turned toward them? Only 1 day into it and she has found that this is the strangest case ever. Jane Turner must have used sorcery to move herself and Trinity away so quickly. Maxwell, on the other hand, was, in addition to a lawyer, a game entrepreneur, mostly providing legal services for NEV. Dark Sparrow wondered what she could expect to happen 1 week from today.